Oh my god, hi. I'm so happy to be here. I don't know if you can see the red wine stain on my shirt, but before I came here, I tried the extreme sport of drinking wine laying down, and it didn't go very well. It's not Franzia, but that's so insulting. Ow. I got dumped yesterday. Yeah. Well, my boyfriend broke up with me because he thought I was an alcoholic, but I don't even really remember him. So, I don't care. And I wanted to break up because I thought he was childish. And then he cropped my face onto a Looney Tunes character and made it the banner of a Facebook group. I'm not going to tell you. Get out of here, okay. Yeah, I don't know, I like drinking. What's that saying? It's like, liquor before beer, you're in the... Beer before... Oh, it's a whole bottle of Chardonnay before a whole bottle of Tanqueray. I have a serious drinking problem. That's what it is. Oh, it's crazy. Like, something that really bothers me is that guys can just call women crazy and nobody will ever question that. Like, if you go on a date with a guy and you're like, hey, like, talking about why your last relationship ended, like, a guy can just be like, she was crazy. But if you ask a girl why her last relationship ended, suddenly, like, a podium appears out of nowhere. Suddenly, she's like Dick Cheney after he shot someone. Just like, mistakes were made. I had one beer and I can't remember. I'm from California. I was visiting home recently, and it was weird. I went out to dinner with my dad, and he said to me, hey, I just want you to know, like, while you were growing up, I made a real effort to, you know, make you feel like you were good at things and, like, make eye contact with you so that you wouldn't grow up and have daddy issues. I was like, he saw where this train was a-rolling. How did he know? He's like, I'm going to tell you you're good at soccer, and I'm going to create one less whore. My daughter won't grow up and fuck 100 guys. But he did. But it's because my dad told me I was good at everything I tried. So... it's really scary as a woman getting in an Uber, I guess, or a small man. I don't want to diagnose this from Nate. Like, I don't know how as a society we let Uber happen. You're getting in a total stranger's car and you're just letting this person take you wherever they want. Yeah, you put in a destination, but you don't look at where the car's going. Like, I'm just like, we could be anywhere. We could be at an abandoned lot. And I'd be like, thank you, have a good one. So I do what I know I need to do when I get in an Uber, and that is leave behind 1,000 hairs. See in Law & Order, I know how it works. Start touching everything, licking the door handles. You can pee on the seat a little bit. The driver's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, shut up, Antoine. They're going to know I was here. It's weird visiting home, because when you've been living on your own for a while, you make your own routine. You don't have mom rules anymore. And when you go home, it's kind of, you forget, right? And I went home and I left a pile of clothes on my floor. And my mom was like, clean your room. It's disgusting. And I'm like, it's like 4 shirts and a pair of pants on the floor. Like, what is my mom's standard for what disgusting is, you know? Like, clearly no one has ever come on my mom. I'm so scared she's going to hear that. She would dispute it. Okay, I will leave you guys with this. I will leave you guys with this. Raise your hand. I'm not going to make you participate or say anything, even though it seems like you all want to. Raise your hand if you started masturbating before the age of 12. You? You? All right, I'm Kelly Ronan. Thank you guys so much. Coming up. She's so funny. I'm so happy to have her here. Please give a warm welcome to Chloe Kuna!
Hey, oh, exciting to be here. All right, who likes poetry? Hey, anybody? All right, here's a haiku about my clitoris. My clit's a hacky sack. Hipsters love to play with it, but don't know how. It's fun. How's it going? That It was based off of a true story, and now I'm gay. So, how are you doing? Good? Okay, great. I enjoy being a gay. It's a nice time. It's a real swell time. Yeah, it's good. We got a Pride Month, June. It's very exciting. Yeah, all right. We got some allies in the room. I like it. Oh, it's swell. I love June. I'm actually from Cambridge, so not too far, right? And we do a really cool thing. We do a really cool thing in Cambridge. I don't know if you've noticed this. They paint the crosswalks rainbow colors. Yeah, it's fun, right? It's like the floor is lava for homophobes. One wrong step, you get whisked straight to hell. By a pack of rabid unicorns. You'll be forced to bake gay wedding cakes for all eternity. Spooky. Burn the cake every time. It's hot down there. Oh, it's fun. I have a girlfriend. Sorry, ladies. I know you were all wondering. Oh, that slice of milk? Yeah. I do have a girlfriend. We're in love. It's gross. I know, yeah. I know. I disgust myself. No, but it's true. And one fun thing about being in a relationship is you have conversations sometimes, like these two people next to each other. But no, it's true. You have a lot of conversations in a relationship. And this one time we were talking about objectification and, feminist topic. And we concluded that we were actually both okay being objectified, but only by each other. Right? That makes sense. It's a fun little loophole. Which is why now I call her my little space heater. Yeah. Because she keeps me warm. Oh. And if I don't pay enough attention to her, she might start a fire. And she calls me her haunted doll. Because I'm very pale. And I stare at her when she sleeps. Speaking of sexy things, I was at my cousin's bachelorette party not too long ago. We had a real fun time. We went to a strip club. It was a male strip club. Yeah, because gay, but a team player. Touched a man's bare torso. I was like, my work here is done. Slippery. Sweating a lot, like a sexy baby seal. It was working. My cousin got a lap dance from a man named Temptation. Yeah, that's a Christian name. My favorite was Sodomy. Burn the house down. Yeah, I told that joke in Texas once and they didn't like it. Not like it at all. It's very fun. I know a few of us are imbibing here tonight. That's very exciting. Yeah, I used to be a bartender. It was a fun time. I enjoyed it quite a lot. One thing about bartending, though, is sometimes you have to close out the bar. And so this one time it was very late. It's 3 or 4 in the morning, right? Because I closed out the bar, and I was walking home, right? And this guy rolls up next to me in his car, and he rolls down his window, and he goes, "I hope you have a safe walk home." Yeah, it freaked me out too. I think I know what happened, right? I think this guy was genuinely well-meaning, right? This was right when Me Too was starting. Remember that? And now everything's fine. Which makes sense. But that was right when it was starting, so I just picture this guy getting hyped up on Jezebel articles like, "I'm gonna make a woman feel safe today! Should I justice for me?" There's been a lot of fun. I'm going to leave you with one little quick one. All right, here we go. Okay. I like my men like I like my steak. Sent back to the kitchen. Thank you very much. Freeze. Western.
You talking about the cat? You talking about a big fat orange cat, Italian?
Yeah, I'm talking Garfield. All right, we're opening up in this apartment for you, me, and Garfield.
Hey, don't kick over my credenza, you piece of shit.
Freeze. Psychodrama.
All right, let's throw the whole fucking thing out the window. Yeah, you put the parking lot, you piece of shit.
Freeze. Porno.
Come get it. Come get your credenza.
Freeze. Western porno.
That ass ain't big enough for the two of us.
That was like a marathon of improv. All right, now we have another stand-up for you guys. He's so funny. He's actually, this is not a joke, Massachusetts' funniest person. And we're so happy to have him here. Please welcome Liam
I'm a sexual being. I love when you're doing something kinky and in the middle of it you think of something even kinkier. I was eating through this pair of edible panties, and that's when I thought, it would be so sexy to eat these off a person. I was eating 6 of them like flapjacks, like, oh, why do I feel so bad? It's because of the sucrose. You gotta be a top mental health for lovemaking. I used to be a child with social anxiety, and now I'm a grown man with social anxiety. Social anxiety sucks compared to other head abnormalities you have because you can't feel pride or draw strength from it. If you're bipolar, you can say something like, I am bipolar and I am not my illness. If you have social anxiety, you can't say, I have social anxiety and I refuse to continue this conversation until you tell me that you like me. Oh, you say you like me? Well, guess what? I don't believe you. I'm a sober fellow. Nobody ever believes me because I always look like 5 minutes ago I was outside smoking the exhaust pipe of my car. And I have this voice that makes me sound like I have a favorite flavor of aerosol can. I used to smoke weed every second of every day, but now look at me. I have a haircut. And I'm sober, and the umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck as an infant, so sometimes the thoughts don't come so good. And I've lost 3 coats since October. I think somebody stole them. I think someone stole them. I like going to AA meetings in churches because I'm a fan of Jesus as a celebrity. You grade that guy on a 2,000-year curve, his record is clean. He's never been racist or sexist or sent threatening voicemails to Rose McGowan. He never worked with R. Kelly on a gospel even after that first video came out. I want to get a Jesus piece, but I don't want to get Jesus on the cross, because Improv Asylum, I don't like to remember the bad times. I just feel like having Jesus on the cross as your necklace is like if the background picture on your phone was your girlfriend crying. It's like if Flava Flav's clock was always set to 9/11. You gotta let yourself forget sometimes, Flavor Flav. So I want Jesus as a necklace, but I want him doing this. That's when he won the Pinewood Derby when he was 8. I'm seeing a woman. She's 16 years older than me. I like older women. I like how their snacks are more well thought out. I like the floral patterns on their robes. I like how they really sound like they mean it when they tell me I'm doing my best. I like how sexy they think it is when I'm out their ex-husband of 22 years, Michael. She's got 3 kids. I think I'm going to be a stepdad. I don't start families, but I finish them. I didn't ask for these kids to not have a father figure in their lives, but I'll see them through college. You think I won't try to figure out how to make more money than her teenage son? I think the hardest part about seeing a woman that's 16 years older than you, after you went out with a woman 24 years older than you, after you went out with a woman 14 years older than you, is convincing your mom she did a good job as your mom. Mom, this says nothing about you. If anything, I liked you too much. That part can freak people out. That part can freak people out. So I'll say this to end it, because I think you guys will like it. Everybody look at the person to the left of you. Now look at the person to the right of you. Now, statistically speaking, one of you stole my fucking coat. Thank you so much, guys. That's my turn.
Sexual adventure party. Great. You guys are right on the wavelength. Cool. To get us started, what is something that a phrase or a word from Liam said that really struck you?
Pinewood Derby.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Pinewood Derby. Right on you.
My dad said you're supposed to stand and count for wind resistance.
My dad said bye.
Oh, your dad was the troop leader? I saw him peel out in the car. After he said bye to you, he yelled. He said, see you tomorrow. So at most you have 12 hours until the war. McDonald's?
McDonald's. And then the butt plug convention.
I hear butt plug convention.
Oh!
Nice, sweetheart. Hold on, let me put my satchels on my satchel lugs.
Welcome back, True Master. We were just sanding the cars. Uh-oh.
But like I snuck out of the bar.
Look, maybe you'll be back before tomorrow.
And look what I had in my satchel.
Wow. It's a passport.
Well, for following the narrative so closely, you don't need it. That's the thought that counts.
You have made it to the halfway point. Give yourself a round of applause. Because now the stand-ups do improv. Yeah, listen, we're building to it. This is the time to take a shit. There we go. Because the stand-ups do improv, and the improvisers do stand-up. Yeah. Woo! Hell yeah.
And then Miss Alexis, it's maybe all of their first time doing this. I think it'll be nice.
Yeah, be very nice. Fuck yeah! Yeah, no, I like this energy, yeah.
Okay, so I need you guys to get really ready because your first improviser doing stand up is going to be main stage cast member of improv stylist
Yes, sir, it's me. The one you're like, fuck them, me. Okay, real quick, yeah, the other guy left. He's taking a big old stinky one. But right now, just a little background. So, yeah, the improvisers are going to come here. They don't really do stand-up. I don't really do it. I only do it once a month when we host the show. So I'm kind of cheating a little bit. What I did is I took some of my favorite jokes that didn't land with everybody, but they landed with me. So I'm going to read them. I'm going to force you to listen to these, okay? So if you like them, laugh. If you don't, go take a shit. Here we go. First, also, I write them down because I smoke a lot of weed and I can't remember. Here we go. Fork in the road. Fork in the road, you're in the middle of a decision, right? Have you all heard that saying? No? What do you mean, no? Who the fuck hasn't heard fork in the road? No? You're fucking up a joke right at the top. Fork in the road, you're in the middle of a decision. Knife in the road, you're in the middle of Dorchester. What's up? Here we go. Pander at the top, pander at the bottom. I know how to do this shit. Passing the money basket in church, it kind of feels like you're paying for a cover to get in, right? To listen to the band. Don't you wish they did that outside, not in the middle of it, right? So you kind of come up, what? And to get out, yeah. You have to pay to get out? What church are you going to? Ma'am, I think you're an adult, okay? Yeah, well, that was better than what I wrote. Thank you, ma'am. She's like, hecklers help. And I'm like, no, they don't. They did. Oh, okay. My mail carrier is transitioning from a man into a woman, and I'm not sure how to refer to them. Because technically I could say they're the postman. Well, because they're postman. Yeah, or I could say, hey, right? Or the carefully crafted joke of postman, that they're transitioning from a man to a woman. Or I could do gay voice and I could say, hi. Thank you. Or I could call them a male woman, but only if I was calling them a male woman and not a male woman. Ice cream Abdul-Jabbar. Sometimes I just say things and see what happens. My wife wants a baby, but as I said before, I smoke a lot of weed. And she's like, I gotta cut back. And I was like, okay, I won't smoke as much, right? And we were trying to have a baby. My wife's like, well, you're not smoking as much weed. And it looks like I won. And I was like, I think it's a tie because the doctor said I won. No, the doctor said my sperm count is 1. Oh, hey! Okay. Trying to have a baby is like trying the same key in the same lock over and over and hoping someone will eventually open the door and come out. Mouthwash, aka Gatorade Spicy. There we go. That's another one. Now here's a real thinker for you. Who picks up seeing eye dog poop? Who picks up seeing eye dog poop? Me? You think the answer's me? You think the answer to the joke, but the answer, not the punchline. You think the answer to this joke is I pick up seeing eye dog poop? No. Okay, does anyone have an idea? This is kind of the open. You think the dog picks it up? Let me ask you this. Let's say somebody picks up the seat. Like, if you think, who thinks it's the blind person? Off there, sure, right?
It's not.
It's not? Who is it?
I don't know.
Okay, follow up. How? Okay, this is good. Give me one more. Hey, thank you. That's what that was. You're gonna like this one. Mountains are Mother Nature's tits. Okay, here we go. My wife called me immature, but I told her you can't spell immature without I'm mature. And I know I'm right. I wrote it down. Yeah, this is going good. I ordered never-ending breadsticks from Olive Garden on Uber Eats. So now I have a new friend who brings me snacks. Although he's not really a friend, he's family. Okay. Alright, that's how I'm going to end this shit. My wife is pregnant, so to answer your question, yeah. One slightly wonky weed sperm got through there, so we're going to have a kid. I don't know, we're going to see what happens. So my wife is pregnant. She's at that stage where she's uncomfortable to sleep, right? So she's got a big belly, and she's like, oh, I can't. Which way do I go, right? And she was all, like, she didn't sleep the whole night. She woke up, she's like, you just don't get it. Like, you don't understand what it's like to be a woman and have to go through this. It's like, she's all frazzled. She's like, I feel like I've got constant heartburn, and I feel like a fat fuck. And I was like, okay, well, I do get it. I super get it. So in this next scene, I am this
Guys, I'm throwing a sick kickback in my uncle's basement. You're all welcome to come through. Just bring a snack.
He has a sick futon and feedback chair.
That's right, and 2 TVs.
That's awesome. That's not awesome. That's so. That is very generous.
When you say it like that, it's like you're not committing to coming.
You keep calling us generous.
It's like you're complimenting the invitation, but not indicating any actual interest in the event.
Chloe's pregnant.
Yes. Let's pause. Pregnant with emotion? I'm full of spiders.
Wow. Give it up. That was so fun. Okay. Now we have another improviser who's going to be trying some stand-up for you guys. I love him dearly. He's a main stage cast member here at Improv Style. His name is Alex Kagan!
Hello, how are we doing? As if I didn't already know, seeing as how Joey said what, this will be a little bit more of a dialogue, right, than me doing stand-up, and that is welcome. Feel free to speak. I brought out a notebook. It's just for show. I don't have a whole lot of material in here. So let's get into it. I'm turning 30 in a couple days. On Saturday, I turn 30 years old. Thank you. Yeah, thumbs down. And I'm actually curious, why? Why thumbs down? Have you ever had experiences? How old are you?
I look like I'm 30, but I'm 25.
Okay, fuck you, sir. Great. Yeah, moving right along. This year, I'm not going to celebrate my birthday super much because, again, it's my 30th, and as this gentleman told me, it sounds like it sucks, this 25-year-old said. When I was a kid, I used to celebrate my birthday all the time. I grew up in New Jersey, and I used to go into the city. Yeah, you guys from Jersey? Again, this is a dialogue. Tell me, where are you from?
We're from, Bridgewater. You know Bridgewater?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Tenafly, Bergen County.
Oh, Bergen County.
Yeah.
Originally from Lincoln.
Are you Bergen County, or are you trying to fuck with me? Yeah, what town? Allendale? You grew up in Allendale?
Yeah.
Did you ever go to the city and go to any theme restaurants? I'll dialogue over. I'll take it over from here. So for my birthday one year, I went to a theme restaurant called Mars 2112. And the theme of that restaurant, of course, is space travel. In this fictional world of a restaurant, we travel to Mars and we colonize Mars. So the way this restaurant works is you walk in and you go into this little coat room kind of. You have something to say? This is a dialogue. Yeah, speak to me.
No, I'm just explaining.
Well, I'm explaining it too. So you can hear me. This is meetings and so it's totally up to you. I'm going to take it from here, and then I'll pass the focus back to you, and I'm done talking. So you go into this little coat room thing, and that's right? It's like the spaceship. And then when you get out of the spaceship, you're in there, all the lights are going off, and they're like, oh, you've arrived in Mars. And you get out, and you go into the restaurant, and you are greeted by the host, who is a Martian, who takes you to your table and gives you menus, and they say, your server will be right here. And your server is a Martian. And then you get these tokens, and you go to the arcade, and you can put them in and play pinball and stuff, and you get the tokens from a Martian. So in this fictional world, we colonize Mars, and then we make the Martians work for us. Think about that. And I wouldn't say slaves, they get paid, sure, in Martian bucks. But it's all fucked up, right?
The exchange rate sucks.
What's that?
The exchange rate of Martian dollars.
I love this guy, Jersey boy. Yeah, the exchange rate. Are you working finance?
Sales.
Oh, in sales? What's wrong? Okay, this guy hates everything. This 25-year-old, he hates everything. I went to another themed restaurant when I was a kid for my birthday, and it's called Jekyll and Hyde. Have you heard of that one? It's a horror themed. No, it's scary. It's a horror themed restaurant. So at this point, I've been to Mars 2112. I'm like, oh, there'll be a singular theme to what the people that work there are like. So I get sat down with my parents, and our waiter is a man wearing a wrestling singlet at a horror themed restaurant. And I didn't understand, and I was relatively young at the time. I'm like, hey, mister, I just wondered, why is that scary? And he said, well, if you follow me, I'm going to go wrestle a bear. So we settled our check and we left and we got out of there. Those are theme restaurants. Here's some other jokes. Does anybody like to fall asleep watching Netflix? Yeah. You like watching documentaries? Yeah. You know what's so funny about that? The purpose of those documentaries is to open your eyes. And we all fall asleep watching documentaries. She's like, yeah, slam it down. Oh, I only got 1 minute left. Good thing I didn't write anything in this notebook. The scariest thing about Jekyll and Hyde, I forgot about this part. The scariest thing about it was what they thought aioli was. It's pretty much just mayonnaise. Do you ever walk past the Bank of America store and get excited? Because for a second you think it's a Domino's pizza. Their aesthetic is the same. I'll leave you with this one joke. You know how potheads, Joey, you like this. You know how potheads look at a weed plant and they're like angels, like lights come down on it and like angels on high, like, oh, we found a weed plant. You know the process it takes to get that plant into something that's smokable and how long that takes? Yes, she does. Woo! Yeah. Aioli! Yeah! I agree, I enjoy smoking weed, but I don't look at a weed plant and, my mouth starts to water and drool. I like beer, but I don't look at a field of wheat, and I'm like, oh, man, I wish I could drink that, because it takes a long time for that to become beer. I like a hamburger, but I don't look at a cow, and I'm like, oh, yeah, baby, that is appetizing. I like women, but I don't look at a 14-year-old girl. I'm like, yeah, baby, lights, baby! Everybody got Bugattis.
So in this next thing, we're gonna do 3 scenes at once, and Liam's gonna be in all of them. Okay? So first off, for Kiri, for Kelly, from this section over here, what'd you just say? Yeah, Liam. Okay, good. What else is over there? Hi, Liam. Okay, Liam. Well. Helium? Oh, hey! You know what? We're gonna take helium. I think that's gonna satiate those 2 people. So we're gonna take helium. Okay. For Chloe and myself from this section over here, what's something from Katie's set that? Aioli. We'll take aioli for our scene. Cool. And for Katie and for Liam from this section over here, yes, you were falling asleep because you were watching a Netflix documentary. Fine callback. What's your name? Hannah. You said it with a question mark. Hannah, what do you do for fun? Sales. For fun.
Big sales.
Drinks? Smoke and drinks? Wow, that's crazy. Okay, we'll take smoke and drink. Cool. Let's review really quick. Helium. Aioli. Smoke and drink. Let's go.
Hey, sir, are you interested in a balloon?
Oh,
We can have a balloon with 2 rival methods running from the side of the trip. Careful who you choose.
So you have balloon animals.
That's right.
You have human balloons.
Yeah.
I think my son would really like a balloon animal.
Oh, he's got a kid. He's got a kid.
Oh, no.
You told us 2 times. Oh, you told us 2 times.
Don't hurt my kid. What?
Oh, look at this. It's your son.
There you go, aioli. You brought this post-haste.
Oh, I'm so excited to see what aioli is.
No, we didn't have to retreat it for you. You could have just asked us. We could have told you.
No, it's very important you both be paid handsomely. Now, dysentery. What is it? Find it.
Distance, you want us to bring you a handful of dysentery?
Not necessarily carrot. I don't know how you would bring it. Yes, I need to know.
Patrice, maybe you have something for
was tonight. Okay, so our last improviser doing stand-up, I love her so much. She's also a main stage cast over here at Improv Asylum. I've seen her naked. Her name is Kira
Guys, so as has been told before, us improvisers and sketch actors, we don't do this stand-up thing too much. So you'll notice that a weakness throughout my set will be a lack of transitions between bit to bit. I know stand-ups, they do like a cultivated transition. You know, they'll be like, I was on an Uber on the way here. And then they'll tell like their best joke in their set. It's like, shut the fuck up. No, you weren't. You say that every night, right? I thought that would be a strong way to start this. Hey, who here's got social media, huh? You all fucking do. Where's the woos? Yeah, woohoo! Social media, that's a wild, kooky thing, huh? You'll be like, I think it's like emotionally taxing for a lot of us, right? Because you'll be like scrolling and you'll be seeing such like contrasting material in close proximity to each other, right? Yeah, hey. Hey. Like you'll be seeing like today I saw somebody posted that was like a guy posted like immigrant woman fights to get her biological son back from the government but fails, and he commented like, give this woman back her baby. And then I scrolled, I was like, whoa. I didn't click on it, but I was like, whoa. And then the next thing I saw was somebody posted like a meme of Justin Timberlake with his dick in a box, and it said, it's gonna be May. And I'm like, this doesn't even make any sense. Like, it's not May, it's fucking October, and that's an SNL sketch, and that's an NSYNC, like it doesn't, but like that's a lot. Those are like emotional extremes, right? To see something so sad, and then see like a misguided, mistimed Timberlake meme, it renders a woman quite vulnerable. Speaking of vulnerable, I live with women. I live with two women, which is not, we were not meant to do that. Women are not meant to cohabitate. Girls maybe, but not women. Like in Boston, like if four women live together, it's like technically a brothel. This is like a legitimate law in the city of Boston. Like girls can live together, because when girls live together, like the type of conflict that happens with girls is like someone will write in the group chat and be like, hey, like which one of you hoes took my sports bra? Like I need to wear it to soccer practice. Like, oh well, like I guess I'll go without a bra because my titties are upright. And like that's like girl conflict, but like woman conflict would be like, hello ladies, period. Like someone has taken my Madewell J. Crew blazer and I have my meeting with the governor this morning. Please return it by close of business. Or I'll like kick your lonely ass or whatever, right? Like women are not meant to live together, right? Multiple women, like it's true. And like, you know, because like I understand this Boston law, because like you can only have so many women in one place. Like we need like a dick to pray down to, right? And like not even like in a sexual way, like you're not even like a heteronormative way, like not even that we're thirsty or anything. Like it's just true. Like if you look historically, like in times of war, like or in like if you look at a harvest season in like pilgrim times, like it's actually like when it's harvest season and the crops don't come in, it's not actually like the famine or the starvation that kills the people, it's the infighting. So who's that? Make some noise if you've been to Michigan. I've been to Michigan. I lived in Michigan for 1 year, in my 7th grade year, and I attended a Dutch Reformed Christian Academy, which was interesting. It was just 1 year out of my life, a blip on the map. But have you ever been bullied by a group of people and you knew that like they shouldn't have been bullying you? Yeah, I was bullied during 7th grade by these kids, and they were bullying me, and they're like, I heard your family has a 2-story house. In the Dutch Reformed Christian religion, they only live in small 1-story homes. So they were teasing me because my house was too big. And I lived in a very modest home. Like I had 4 family members. We lived in like a 3-bedroom. It seemed perfectly reasonable to me, but I was getting like shoved into lockers because I had a garage. Thank you so much. I've been Kelly Vernon.